much more. Wild stories you've not heard before. Echoes through the air, they roar. Unleash the beast, let your spirit soar. Fists in the air, the crowds ablaze. Moments that seal the mundane's haze. No fear, no hold in this maze. Reach the peak of these wild days. It lives, Friday night lives. You die, but Friday night lives. Hosted by Dead Pit Radio. Stuntman, Marq, and Rambo. It lives, Friday night lives. You die, but Friday night lives. Hosted by Dead Pit Radio. Stuntman, Marq, and Rambo Rap.
Welcome to Friday night, ladies and gentlemen. How is everybody doing tonight?
Pissed.
I'm as good as can be.
Yeah.
What happened, Rambo? Lay it on us.
Long story short, the new fridge I got within a month is already broken, so I have to fucking draw.
Oh man.
So they must have brought it on and they fucked it up or something. Because now it's like the old fridge is like it's not the other stuff at the bottom sweating, the stuff at the top not. So must have been Howdy Dipshit and Howdy Do brought it in. Beavis and Butthead doing. Probably cracked something or something.
They're probably out there like before they brought in drop kicking it.
Doing wrestling moves on it.
Yeah.
I didn't call today because I knew I'd be cursing. So I'm like, I'll just wait till tomorrow. I don't want to be fucking cursed. I'll calm down because I knew I was just so pissed. I'm like, I can't do this shit today. I just watched a movie and said, fuck this. So, yeah.
I would have kind of liked for you to have done it and just recorded it. That'd be cool. Like to the phone call.
Well, I mean, if they fix it, breaks like a month later, I'll fucking do it then.
So yeah, cheap refrigerators nowadays.
Yeah,
I was actually like
Lowe's.
really thinking about this, man, because like I had a refrigerator for probably 30 years, something like that, like something crazy. I mean, it was left over from like my grandmother that we had for like years and years and years, and it was killer. And then we bought a new one of those big stainless steel style refrigerators, finally when that one finally went out. And I hate that thing with everything in me. It doesn't keep anything cold. I mean, it not like the old one. They have some sort of energy saving feature on new refrigerators that doesn't get things as cold as like the older ones. And I fucking just can't stand that kind of thing. Like, it's really annoying. Not to mention the fact that, like, I mean, it weighs as much as like a Sherman tank. If you want to move it or anything, you're just screwed. You're going to have to get like $2 or $3 dollies at the same time and just try to like maneuver. Yeah. But the funny story about that too is though, when they first brought that in and delivered it, the guys that brought it in were like, because I had paid extra to get them to remove the old refrigerator, and those guys that brought it in were like, they didn't work for Lowe's, which is where I got it from. They were contracted by Lowe's they worked for another company that was contracted by Lowe's.
Oh, okay.
So they came in and they were like, here it is. And I was like, they set it in the middle of the living room. And they were like, we were like, well, you got to take the old one. And they were like, no, we don't do that. Like, we're just brought you this. But I was like, well, somebody's going to fucking have to do it. Like, and install it. And he's like, well, you'll have to call him. And they got a refrigerator in our living room, just like in the middle of the living room. And the old one's just like right there. And I'm like, this is wonderful. And then nothing ever came of that either. Like, we called their company, everything. I was just like, well, ain't nothing we could do about it. Fuck it. Basically, it's like
that sounds about right.
So it stayed there for, I don't know, about a week, something like that.
How the hell did you get it out?
We just walked around it. It's an interesting story. So eventually we complained enough to Lowe's about it that they sent another crew that
Mhm.
came, and like these guys were like all business. Like I won't say what ethnicity they were, but let's just say that they were very hardworking and they meant business. And they weren't like fucking around or anything. And so they came in and just like replaced it immediately and moved everything around.
Well, I must have had different ones because they're the ones that fucked up my fridge. This bottom was a siesta.
This guy came in, no shit. This was so killer. I've never seen this before or since. One of the dudes that came in and installed it had a Sprite bottle that he had cut like a square in the side of it, and he kept like he had a ton of screws, nails, like bolts, shit like that in it. And he just like that was the thing he kept it in, and he just like walked around with like and if
Not
he
one of
needed-
these.
exactly like that. But it like
A small one.
yeah, imagine cutting out like a window and then just putting screws and shit in that. And that's what he carried around. Those guys were amazing though. Like they were great, and they had it all done within like 20 minutes. It was insane.
Oh, that's cool.
But anyway, welcome to Friday Night Live. And this is Rambo and Stuntman Marq, and we're here to fuck up your Friday, I reckon.
Or make it better.
We could.
Either or.
Yeah. So I've got some things to talk about. Like I've got topics kind of lined up that we can all talk about, but I'm also like opening up the chat to anything that anybody wants to like bring up on here. I'm going to talk some about the Vinegar Syndrome sale, if you want to call it that.
Talk about all the money you spent.
I didn't spend any money. I didn't buy anything.
Really?
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And I want to talk about that because like that might be the first time I've ever not spent anything on that sale, which is crazy. But
Not even Crazy Fat Elf 2.
that was the one that I came the closest to buying.
Okay.
And I was just, but here's the thing. I've got that on a DVD. There's two things that bother me about that.
Sure.
Number one, when I have a DVD that has Crazy Fat Ethel and Satan's Black Wedding, but it also has Crazy Fat Ethel 2 as like a special feature on it. And that's like that probably cost $5-10. These assholes separated out Crazy Fat Ethel and Crazy Fat Ethel 2 into whole like Blu-ray. They don't look worth a fuck on. They can't. They were like filmed on 8mm or something crazy. Like it was like the cheapest kind of stock you could get, and they're charging like $30 some. I'm like, nah, man.
But
like,
you're getting like features or something.
I don't look. Crazy Fat Ethel 2 is like 80% Crazy Fat Ethel. Like, that's another problem. Like it's mostly just footage from the first film.
Right.
But you can see the Dr. Bloodbath and some TV pilot called Linebacker.
I don't know where they find this shit, man, or what I really don't.
Sounds amazing.
So that's an interesting point to bring up too. Something did come up. I was going to ask you guys about anyway. Like it came up in conversation. It's also come up a bunch of other times, like shot on video stuff being on Blu-ray disc.
Mm-hmm.
There's an argument about like whether or not that does anything for the quality. I would be hard pressed to imagine that it would, but there's people that have differing opinions in that. But what do you all think? I mean, if you have anything shot on video on Blu-ray, is the
I'm assuming you're talking about transfer and not the quality of the movie because it doesn't make it less shitty.
Yeah, the transfer of the movie. Yeah, I should say.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I have any. I've got quite a few on DVD, but I don't have any on Blu-ray, I don't think. If there is, there might be one, and I couldn't even tell you what the hell it is.
I've got a couple, unfortunately. I've got Killing Spree, that Tim Ritter joint.
Okay.
I've got what was the other one I bought? that recently came out from Vinegar Syndrome. It wasn't Blood Cult, although I almost got tricked into buying that fucker. Wasn't the Ripper shot on video?
Yeah.
And that's also on. So my opinion of that is that it doesn't look any better, really. So I mean, just they might clean it up from like a VHS or something, because VHS just naturally looks shittier over time. It erodes, the actual tape quality gets worse.
Right. Yeah.
But like, I don't think the picture quality gets that much better. And that's the new thing to do, man, is shot on video stuff on Blu-ray. I'm assuming because it's cheap as hell.
So
to
do you
buy the
think
right.
they should just put it on DVD? If they want to re-release it, just put it on DVD? Or
I just don't think it matters, but I think they're trying to make it out like it does matter. But yeah, I think if you're going to do something like that, fucking put it out on like a DVD or a limited edition, like VH. It's going to look the same. Like, I don't think it's going to, but they are just doing everything they can to milk this shit. The fact that Crazy Fat Ethel 2 is like $30 on a Blu-ray just makes me want to.
and people buying it. There's like
Oh, yeah.
800
Yeah.
left.
Oh shit! How many did they press? Couldn't be
many.
over.
It's like
Yeah,
2,000. It had to be 2,000 or something.
Too fucking many.
one too many.
That movie's dog shit. Same with Sean Shidio is usually dog shit. That's why they're called Sean and Shidio for a reason.
Very true. This is true.
But I can't figure it out. Like, I can't figure out why people are doing it other than to make money, I guess is the point I'm
I
making.
think they assume some people like these for whatever reasons. Maybe those films are out of print. Most of these people have Blu-rays anyway. We'll put like features, or we'll sprinkle up the shit Sunday, and then people pay for it and buy it. I mean, Sledgehammer, right? I've never seen the film.
That's another good example. Yeah.
I've never seen it, but it didn't look good.
It's
No,
like,
it's not. It's not.
it's one of the worst films. It's ridiculously shitty. Like,
Oh, there you go.
I can't even really, like, it's like Things level.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Oh god.
Fuck is this? Hipster Uncle Bill. My Vinegar Syndrome collection slaps, yo.
Yeah, he was on the vendor stream.
Oh, good.
Hipster Uncle Bill, yeah.
My Vinegar Syndrome collection does slap, though, for real. Unfortunately.
Yeah, you got the Ripper.
Oh yeah, here we go. Carson's got happy early 42nd birthday, Matt.
Oh yeah, that will be Sunday, 25th. I'll probably do a stream sometime, like at 7 or so. But thank you, Carson. That's kind of you. Yeah. I got a broken fridge. Happy birthday to me.
Birthday.
But thank you. I appreciate that, Carson. That's kind of you. Thank you.
But you yell out in a river or something to get it cold at this point.
Yeah, put in the fucking tub or cold water in the tub.
I didn't realize this, but I like root beer IPAs. Fuck. All right, so I'll go through the chat real quick though.
Sure.
We got. There's a lot of people. I don't even know where to begin. I should have began at the beginning when we first started.
So I'm laughing at Business of Fears comment.
Just sell it. Don't open it.
Okay, hold on.
Is just
Kill it.
hey,
Yeah, just
lie.
I'm sorry.
Just lie, say you love it, and return it secretly or something.
Gozer the Gozerian says the Southern Comfort 4K they did looks insane. Yeah, it's on film stock. It would be the case, I'm sure. I've got some Vinegar Syndrome stuff that looks really good. Just not anything shot on video. I want to get to Iced here in a second too. Remind me to bring that up. That's a funny story that I found out about during the Dawn May thing. I didn't know. Scratch is in here. Nev. Let's see. Jackson Jack. Blu-ray Addict, Vanderhoff, Justin, one of my favorite names, Boris von Humpenstein, Saint Bruh 13. All right. Fat Pig the Conqueror, Thanos. Thanos has a mother. And Alter Ego, Shimon from the Michael Jackson videos.
Yep.
JoJo's in here, bulls. JoJo Seawall, 1996. Hoblon. Chig the Quig. Sure. Lots of other folks are in here currently.
I saw Garrett in here, but shout out to the Rad Man.
Where the
If you are
fuck-
still in here, what'd you get from Vinegar? I'm just curious.
Oh, yeah, there's Garrett. Wiley J. Draws is in here. Bobby's in here. Killer Pizza. What? This is the question that needs to be answered. He's asking the hard hitters. Would you rather have penis-sized nipples or penises for fingers? That's the first time everybody's been speechless, I think, the entire time we've been doing this show. I don't really know how to answer that.
I really don't either.
There ain't a good answer.
Is Jack Black trying to be like Meatloaf? No, but I mean, he likes Meatloaf, I'd say. We're getting to that, Daryl. Just give me a second. Any of you guys like Intruder? 1989. It's one of my favorite slasher films. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, always enjoyed it. Cool camera work, cool gore, good setting. Not sure about the very end. Bit goofy, but I like the film.
Yeah, it's always been a lot of fun. I mean, as cheesy as it is, it's got a lot of that last of the late '80s charm to it that I really enjoy. So it's a lot of fun.
Danny Hicks is great in that movie.
Yeah,
I think he's really underrated, and the effects are great because the K&B really. It's a smaller movie. It's like a small budget kind of movie, but it's really one of my favorites for some reason.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Shamozen, shout out to you. I did get your gift that you were in this documentary. Thanks for that. I appreciate it. Haven't watched it yet, but I'll give it a look when I can. So thank you, man.
Can't even put that up there, but that's killer. Shit. All right, so let's get into this then. Like my first topic came up right now, and I've got to know what Rambo thinks about this.
Okay.
So Arrow officially teased the Ninja Turtles today. I don't know if you saw that or not.
Yeah, saw that on the Discord, and looking forward to it. I'm glad it's Arrow. Usually they do pretty good work. I'm curious, very curious to see what they put onto it. I'm assuming it's just going to be the first film, which is understandable. And yeah, I mean, I would be picking it up because, I mean, obviously I'm a big fan of it, but I'm glad it's Arrow. That's a very cool pickup from them. I'm glad it's not just Warner Brothers or Shout Factory or anything of that sort. Arrow Video, as long as they don't screw it up, because even they've had some screw ups recently.
Oh yeah.
So they're not perfect, but I trust them more than Shout Factory. So hopefully they do the second film as well, but I doubt it. But you know, the first one for me is a classic. I definitely look forward to it, and I know they're doing interviews, which is cool. Ernie Reyes Jr. because he was in one of the suits in the first movie.
Yep.
He was interviewed, so very cool. I look forward to that.
Yeah, I was kind of hyped when they did the little teaser thing, little teaser package or whatever, where it showed him coming around the manhole. And yeah, I'll probably end up, if it's a, I don't, do we know what it is yet? Is it a box set? Is it like one of the movies, like the first
No,
one?
it's vague. Just said coming soon.
Okay.
So
I'm assuming it's going to be a set of some kind. I don't think they would have.
I would think it would have to be.
Yeah. Which I'm actually pretty stoked for that.
Yeah,
I mean,
love-
other than the third one,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, but
I'd get it.
Yeah, I'll definitely pick it up. I love that first one. It'd be cool to see all of them in a set. They might as well do them.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of the third one, but I'd like to see what they do just with the releases overall in a set. Could be pretty cool. It deserves a good release. That first movie is still holds up. That's my favorite one.
Mine too. I mean, I love the second one as well, although I hate Vanilla Ice. But I
They
love
got
the
to get
second
him
one.
on the commentary,
I,
man.
listen, I don't give a shit. I'll tell you right now that, like, the funny thing about that is everybody was marking out when he was supposed to be in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, right? When I was a kid, they were. I hope they're not now. But, like, here's the thing about that I thought was great. How would I be? When that movie come out, Rambo?
1991.
Okay, I would have been 11. Even at 11, I knew that was fucking cringe-worthy, his appearance in that. I was, like, sitting there like,
The same.
This really sucks. Like, people were like getting up and leaving the movie. Like, we just like find something else to do. Don't. I'm sure it has nostalgia value now, but back then people were even like, "No, man, this fucking sucks." Like,
That's the thing. I love the rest of the film. I hate that
Yeah.
shit. I hate him. I hate his singing. I hate his songs.
It just stops the movie too.
Yes.
Like that whole scene just like kills the momentum of the movie, just to have him in it to do that awful song and like. But
What about
that
the
was-
ninja rap dance?
oh yeah,
I mean, it's
classic.
It's iconic. Yeah.
Yep. It
Gotta
kind of
learn those
is.
moves,
sadly.
Rambo.
So yeah, Garrett says he thinks it's the trilogy. So like, I hope it's that.
Yeah, me too.
Which that's a good question. Which April O'Neil is better?
The first. Judith.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the only one I remember really well. So that has to be, in my mind, the best one. Let's see. This I actually marked out when I saw this. Whorehound got Geezer Butler from Black Sabbath as a guest, and they've already got Bruce Dickinson on the same show, and they've got Dee Snider on that show as well. And I was just kind of like, you know what? Like, if I was them, I'd be trying really hard to get Ozzy to do that show. He's not really like done any kind of show or anything like that yet. But if he can do, I know they say his health is, but he can do a concert, he can do a convention, man. Like that's nothing but just sitting there and like signing your name and stuff. If they got him and Geezer and even Iommi, I don't know if Iommi would do anything like that, but like that would be insane. Like that place would be, they'd have to call the fucking fire marshal.
Would that be a draw for you?
I would go. I've already said I want to go to this. If they
Okay.
keep the lineup that they got right now, I'm probably going to go to it because that's more of a metal show than it is a horror show at this point. And I'm like, a lot of these people I've never even had a chance to meet. So,
Cool.
Yeah. Back to this real quick though. 2nd April's the one that made Splinter splooge on the roof.
I don't remember that scene, but
He's watching a different movie.
the movie they have like 10 inches in it.
Ice-T instead of Vanilla Ice and Cop Killer. Yeah, that'd have been. You talk about putting a halt to a movie.
Right.
Oh, very cool.
Sabbath is
Yeah.
one of the greatest. Yeah.
Thank you, Business of Fear.
I mean, I like Bruce Dickinson a lot too, man. Like, I love a lot of those Iron Maiden albums. But I mean, if I had the choice between the two, I would meet Geezer Butler. I mean, it's like meeting fucking, I don't know, like if you had a chance to meet Paul McCartney or George Harrison, like somebody that's from a band that's iconic like
Mhm.
that.
You've met Cooper, right?
No, I haven't met Alice Cooper. I've been to his concert.
Okay. Maybe that's what I'm remembering.
Yeah, this is probably, God, that's probably 15 years ago. I saw him live. He puts on a hell of a show.
Nice.
He has like whole like segments of, he brings out like Frankenstein monsters, like, 10 feet tall. He's got a segment where he like, what do you call it? Like fences and, with people on stage and stuff like that. Yeah. And then they cut his like head off and like, it's an illusion, but yeah.
That's amazing.
I mean, it was great.
It had to be. I always thought his theatrics were pretty cool. So that's
He
awesome.
had the guillotine and all that stuff.
Nice.
Funny story about that show too is that he lost one of his swords while he was doing that in the crowd. Like, I don't know.
Shit.
I don't know if that sword was rigged or not real or something. I'm assuming it probably wasn't, but he lost it in there. I don't know if he ever got it back.
He's not getting that shit back.
Because there was a spot in it. There's a spot in that show where they're doing like the fencing and he like loses the sword. They do one of the things where he like flips the sword out. I don't know what exactly happened, but he just like lost it. He was supposed to lose it, but he lost it too far and it just went into the crowd. And like that was it.
I can't blame him. I keep the sword too.
Somebody did. I'm pretty sure security tried to get it back. I don't know if they ever did, but I remember seeing them like go down there. This is a good question. I was thinking about this today because D. Snyder's. I don't like D. Snyder. I never have since he was on Fangoria Radio. He's annoying. He's New York. He's the type of guy that like is the exact opposite of anything I would want to be around. That being said, like I do like some Twisted Sister stuff, so it's a real conundrum to me whether or not to do that.
It'd be kind of cool to meet him. I mean, I remember, I want to say that was him who was hosting like the Headbangers Ball stuff for a while there. He seemed cool, but I mean, that was a different time. So I never heard him on the radio. So I don't know what he's like really, really like. So wasn't
he like not knowing what he was talking about in Fangoria Radio? Like
he didn't know what, it was clear that he was like the color guy wrestling. He was just there as a personality. He didn't really know that much about like a lot of the films that they were talking about. He probably knew cursory level stuff about horror films, but like he didn't. He was just there.
He didn't know whether the shit or wind his watch.
Yeah, he was just there for the name value of it and to like just, be a Howard Stern style kind of fucking guy, create controversy and shit like that. I guess Debbie Rochon was the one that was there supposed to know something. It's just it was a weird pairing and a weird show, and I never got into it. I don't think a lot of other people did.
No.
Let's see. I can't remember. I don't think he did. I feel like I would remember that from that concert, even if it's been 15 years. I don't think he played that song. Let's see.
Okay.
They asked what Splinter's doing on the roof. Splinter appears out of nowhere and says, "Coming."
Must have slipped my mind. I wonder why. Not really an image I need to see her.
I've seen Alice like 5 times. Once with the vampires, awesome show. Would love to meet him. If almost all his guitar players picks, I play and record with them. You know, for the superpowers. Oh, okay. With the picks, yeah.
That's cool.
Carter says D. Snyder will have an Eli Roth moment when he sees your debut radio shirt. Probably. I doubt he remembers that after 15 years, but Eli did. We tend to make quite an impression on people, apparently. Alpha says, I used to try and listen to Fangoria Radio when I had Sirius, but I just never could get into it. No, it's something about it. Like, I don't know what it was. It was very generic. I think that was the biggest thing. Like, it's kind of like, well, I get in trouble for saying this, but it's kind of like what a lot of those YouTube shows that are really popular now are like, where it's just like, y'all see, it's like, they're like, y'all see The Exorcist? It's like, yeah, motherfucker. Like 30 years ago, I did. Hipster me says, I want to meet Chad Kroger. Oh, this is a good question. Who is everybody's favorite Ninja Turtle and your least favorite? How about that?
Oh, okay.
Donnie was always my favorite as a kid. I'm trying to think about the least favorite.
I never liked Raphael. I just feel like, I don't know, he was generic somehow of all of them. That would be my least favorite. Let's see. Yeah, Vince. I met Eli Roth, and he remembered me. He remembered us. He was thrilled to have us. And apparently, he was also thrilled to talk about us with Garrett at some other point in time too. And yeah, I'm glad that they're letting him make another movie. He's making Thanksgiving 2 and that other, what is that other movie he's making? Shit. They just announced it.
Yeah. It's something with like his new company or whatever. God, I can't even remember the name of it.
But yeah, I didn't know. I know they're not going to let him make any kind of big budget movies anymore. They got him like back in his lane after Borderlands. They're like, look.
It was the name of something else. It was like another movie.
Uh-huh.
Oh, somebody, Scratch just said it in the chat. Ice Cream Man. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Eli Roth's making a, I don't know, a remake, a re-envisioning, whatever the hell you want to call it, of Ice Cream Man. It's like, that's what, honestly, that's what he should be doing, though. He should not be making like a couple $100 million films. That he should be like doing that.
I think it just shares the title. I mean, that'd be hilarious if it was like a remake of that, but I think it just has the same title.
Yeah, but what else would it be about? Kill Ice Cream Man.
Maybe he's poisoning the kids who buy the ice cream. I don't know.
Rambo, I'm going to let you and Mark talk about this because I saw it and I was like, this cannot be real, but apparently it is.
I didn't know what the hell Skibidi Toilet even was, but
it's happening. Yeah, apparently.
I still barely know what it is, but
it was just like a meme.
That's really all I ever saw it to be. I mean, it was just a meme.
So I don't know how it's a movie.
It was a meme for a really brief period of time. I don't even think it's relevant anymore now. And like, they made the actual like Skibbity toilet like a toy and stuff out of it with a guy's face on it. That was the gimmick.
Yeah.
And like now I hear they're making this movie and it's real, and it's like, what the fuck would they do? Like, how would that translate into a movie?
I don't know. I mean, they'll make some shit up. I mean, I thought the same thing about Minecraft. I was like, how's that going to be an actual like full length feature? And
It's
they
not.
did it. Somehow they did it.
It's not really a movie. It's just a string of people screaming. Like,
That's what most movies are now, though.
oh.
I can't fucking say anything about it. If you want something that shows if you want to know what movies are today,
yeah,
there you go.
I think that's the perfect example. If you were to set somebody down and be like, what is like the modern movie like today? And I would be like, this is it. Show them Minecraft. For better or worse, that's where we're at with like movies right now.
I mean, I don't even think that that'll come to fruition. It's probably one of those things that gets announced and it might just end up going away, just never to be talked about again. I can't see it happening, honestly.
I can see it happening. That's the sad thing.
I can see it happening. I just hope not. Like,
but from him of all people, not that he's like, you know,
what the hell
best
is he
director
doing,
in the world. But
he's desperate.
Is he really though? I don't think he's doing pretty good. I mean,
desperately stupid.
Well, yeah, you're talking about that. That's a whole different thing.
So yeah, I did too, actually, Shimon. Just gonna call him Shimon from now on. Much to my surprise, I actually really enjoyed the new Final Destination. I went in with super low expectations, but had a good time. I keep telling people like that ask about it. It's exactly what you think it is. Like, I mean,
yeah.
But I actually think that the cameo that Tony Todd had was like way better than it had any right to be. Like, he looks sick in it because he is sick in it. But I mean, like, his performance is way better than I thought it would be.
Yeah, I mean, that was all him. Is from what I understand, like he improv'd all his dialogue. They didn't really. They just let him do what he wanted to do, and that's you know, I mean, if you've seen the movie, like what he says, it's very relevant to his situation at the time and to fans overall.
It literally gave me chills because you could tell he was talking about himself.
Yeah,
like towards the end of it, like. And I was watching that in theater and I was like, there's no way that this is not purposeful. You know what I mean? This is not it. This is not related to the script of the movie. This is like really him talking like about his own situation.
Yeah.
But
it's sad though.
I think that's a hell of a way to go out though. I mean, if you're gonna, I mean, we all got to go out and you have a movie based around like, you know, where you get like that kind of send-off.
Yeah, it wasn't really a bad way to go out. I mean, considering what he was probably able to do and not able to do. So I was fine with it. Where do you put that one? I know you like some of the other ones. Where would you rank that one?
You know what's funny is I really, really liked the characters in the opening, the Iris character and all that. I liked that whole setup. I like that style. I liked the Space Needle and all that stuff. Much more than I did the actual modern family, which was just, you know why, you know,
yeah,
it's just like, when I saw that shit, I was like, why? Like, how does this make any sense? But it's like, that's Hollywood. They got to jam that in there at some point. So, okay, they got that, right? They shoehorned that in there. And So I didn't, and that's another thing too. They shoehorned her in there, the lead actress. She's not very good. Surprise! Like, she's just not a very good actress. But she got that role over somebody else, I'm sure. So it's kind of broken up into two parts, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Like, I really, really enjoyed the beginning and the setup, and then once it gets to that other shit, it kind of fell off. But then by the end, it picks up enough to where I was back on board. So
I thought it was kind of cool that they didn't go right back into the same shit happening again, which is kind of annoying if you think about it. Like,
yeah,
there's the whole premonition, and then they're like, all right, let's do it for real this time. They just skip past that.
Yeah.
Show some of the other stuff later. But
yeah, you asked where I would put it, like to me, it's like the only one that I think is really, really stupid and bad is the NASCAR one, whichever one the fuck that is.
Fourth one.
That's the only one where I just absolutely just can't stand it.
It's bad when the producer said that movie is shit.
It's just awful. So the rest of them, to some degree or another, I can watch, and I guess I would put it like right in the middle of all those, like probably a little bit better than most of those. So, like you said, at least it had a setup that was a little bit more original and entertaining. It's got a great send off for Tony Todd. Yeah, I mean, it's exactly the type of movie of the rest of them, just with a little bit of tweaks that are better.
Yeah.
I wondered about this too. Could you make sense out of this, Mark? Like, why was the shit covered in spikes? What purpose?
I don't know. I thought about that too. I don't know.
I was really trying to figure that, like, what. So it gets to a scene, Rambo. I know you haven't seen it yet, right?
Right.
It gets to a scene where one of the characters is trying to, like, or has kept death at bay for like a long time, and like she lives in this secluded house, and her house is like got a bunch of spikes and shit on top of the roof, just random spikes all over the place. And I'm like, what? How the fuck would that help her though? Like, if anything, the spikes would be dangerous shit. Like,
Exactly.
you would want, like, I would think like a tank reinforced ceiling or something like that, like something made out of adamantium or
Yeah, exactly.
some crazy shit. But I don't know what the spikes did. Yeah, it's actually worth it to me just to see that if you just want to watch that.
Cool. No, I have not seen it, so I can't say anything about it. Saw Hard Eyes. I liked that one.
Did you like that?
I actually did. Yeah, that was a request, and it surprised me because I liked the two lead characters. I thought the love story was kind of sweet. When the gore was there, it was pretty good. Parts of it made me laugh.
Talk about a surprising movie. That was a surprising theater experience for me. I did not go into that thinking I was going to like that movie.
Yeah, same here, but
cool.
Yeah, I thought it was actually kind of fun, mainly because of the two leads. Like, they actually do a nice job developing the characters, and I thought them falling in love was actually rather sweet. And then you have a little bit of the gore stuff, so which is cool. It's not the most inventive kills, but I mean, I like the story and the characters more, and that's more appealing to me.
I just think I really enjoyed everybody's reactions to what was going on, because it wasn't the typical like slasher movie reactions to things, and like it made it a lot more fun, I think.
Yeah, there's the bit where she's shooting but she can't hit, and he's like getting mad at her how much of a shit shot she is. And there's the one, I'll say there's one kill where I thought it went one way, but it like kept going.
Yep.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, I didn't expect that. That's actually kind of fun. I've been vague for people who haven't seen it, but I thought, okay, I didn't expect that part of it. That was fun. And
I mean, the obligatory scream ending was kind of like, I didn't care much for that, but like, whatever, they kind of got to do that at this point.
Yeah. But yeah, fun. I liked it.
You guys fans of William Friedkin, aka Bully Friedkin, as Michael Bean called him? I don't think I could be more of a fan than that guy. I mean, yeah, Sorcerer is one of my favorite films, and then you got French Connection, which I love, The Exorcist, which I love, To Live and Die in L.A., which I love. Pretty much all of his stuff from the 70s into the 80s is, to me, like some of the best stuff. It's a
I
little
would
choppy
agree.
in 90s, but shit.
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much how I feel with his stuff. There's a few here and there that I'll probably never go back to, but for the most part, I like Live and Die in L.A., Sorcerer, like you mentioned, obviously Exorcist. I'm okay with that one. I don't love it as much as everybody else does, but I do think it's a good film. Yeah, very competent director. I always liked hearing his opinions. I mean, he's another one of those guys that I could just listen like to him talk like for hours.
Yeah, he's one of the best interviews.
Yeah,
He's got a ton of them online on YouTube, and I probably watched them all. They're incredibly entertaining.
Mm.
He just doesn't give a shit. Like what he says. Like, Bobby's got a super chat.
Cool.
He says Raphael is Rambo and the Thing. Mikey is Jackie Chan, Axel Foley, and Curly. Donnie is a Ghostbusters and Dr. Mike. Leo is Captain America. Master Splinter is Mr. Miyagi. And the old guy from Bullet Train. Damn. That's a reference right there.
Wow.
Yeah, I did Mr. Miyagi, yeah.
Marq.
Oh yeah, I didn't answer that question. The guy said my favorite is Raphael.
Oh, yeah.
Least favorite. I like all four. I guess I say Leo. So there.
Okay.
Buddy, he's the damn leader. Can't how dare you.
Not by that song in the first movie that they fucked up for somehow. They didn't watch the film barely. Raphael, he's the leader of the group. I'm like, when the hell that
when the fuck was that? Like, Mark, does anyone say you look like Gregory Hines?
Gee, no, I've never gotten that.
What a fucking question! I had to put it up.
I mean, if that's what you see, okay.
How was it working with Billy Crystal? How was it working with Billy Crystal, Mark?
I don't see it honestly, but okay.
I don't see it either.
Gregory Hines. I've gotten other people, but not him.
I think it means you're black, Mark.
Is that it? just the least.
What the fuck? Speaking of which, has there been any further hijinks at Mark's work?
No.
I think you said you're basically it now, right? Like there's no other
one man gang. Yeah, it's just me. I like it like that.
So, all right. I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know if you saw this. I saw it today on the Vinegar Syndrome Facebook group. And I don't know why, but it just made me laugh. So they have changed this now on the Vinegar Syndrome site because I guess they became aware of it. So I don't know, but I just thought this was funny. I don't know if this is what kind of slipcover you'll actually get. I'd say you'll probably get the corrected one. But when they originally put it up, this was the slipcover. And they misspelled the fucking director's name. So I was like, how many people did that have to go through for approval? How do you misspell, especially like a director that's that famous, his fucking name on the front of your?
Well, it's Verhoeven, like Coven.
Oh my god! It's Coven. It's Coven. Yeah. Um, I don't know why, but that cracked me up.
I wonder, like, how many fucked up slips do they have of that?
Well, then I started to wonder, right? Because I was like, do they just like put these up like they're just art, like they're not actually created yet, and so they just maybe just there was a typo in that before they actually make the slip covers, and because now you look at it, it's completely corrected on their side.
Mhm.
So I wonder, like, is that an actual slip cover he's holding, or is that just some bullshit superimposed over, you know?
They better
Okay.
hope it's just superimposed, otherwise
Yeah,
there's a lot to go to waste.
Yeah, that's a hell of a recall.
I wouldn't recall it. They just fucking put it out. It'd be like a collector's item. People would.
They start selling the fucked up ones on the side. That's probably what happened.
Mark, it's a
What?
total recall.
Oh,
I see what you did
I
there.
like what you did there.
You're all weak. That's a
But it's-
shitty looking cover anyway.
you
I
don't
mean,
like
it's a
that?
shitty movie, but
Look at that.
it's just late. It's just diamonds. I don't know why
Wasn't
anyone
the
would
back
buy
of
it.
it like the back of it was completely different? Wasn't it white or something? I can't remember.
I honestly don't know. But I was going to ask, did you buy this? Mark?
Me or Rambo?
Yeah. I'm assuming Rambo didn't buy it. I don't think he fucking even likes
I
it.
don't know.
No, I didn't buy it.
They had a couple like that where they put up like older ones that had gone out of print. Like, didn't they have Texas Chainsaw 2 and this and like what was the other one where they had a slip cover to it, but it had sold out too?
I mean, it wasn't one of the ones that they just put up yesterday, but I know in the past they redid like Miami Connection and a few others.
From Beyond. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's one.
No.
Are you on? Is this the site right here that we're looking at? Or is
No,
this
I can get on the site. This is just a picture because the site. Let me show you what. Okay, so look at this and just notice the way that they've done that. Okay,
Verhoeven.
and then now that was what was up on the site. So now when you get on the site, 22 new releases on sale June 1st. Shut up, Vinegar Syndrome. There might be one of them worth a fuck. Out of 20, some of yeah. I'm just tired of them, man. Like they're full of shit at this point. Okay.
Wait.
I mean, I can't complain because I like Golden Child. I like Virtuosity. I like the stuff. So I rather have them do Jade than fucking Last Slumber Party or fucking Showgirls.
So when you get on here now, see that's what's on there now.
Okay.
Well,
Yeah,
fuck, you
spelled
can't
right.
see it. Hold on. Maybe I can bring that up more.
Yeah, you just see it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So like clearly somebody like keyed them off to that fact.
Yeah.
But looking at this stuff, because I looked at the sale not very long, to be honest, because I was just like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
So Amityville was another one. So these are the ones right here where they put the
Mm.
older ones that sold out back on. Then you got all this criminally insane shit. Even as much as I love that movie, I'm not buying $45 LED VHS of it. Of either one of those. And then over here you got Criminally Insane 2 for $25-$30. You got Breathless again. I don't know how many times they're going to put that damn movie out with Richard Gere.
Oh, okay.
Iron Angels. I figure you probably know what this is, Rambo.
Honestly, no. I've never heard of Iron Angels.
Some
Never
sort of
heard of it.
Asian action film. The Dark Half and Let's Scare Jessica to Death were the big mystery titles. I mean, listen, like I like The Dark Half. I don't give that much of a shit. Does anybody really like give that? Did anybody mark out over the dark half?
I'm in the same boat as you. I like it, but I'm fine with the Stream Factory release. I don't need that. No, and I liked the film, but I don't think it's going to be that much of a difference picture quality wise. Just special feature wise, you get most of on that Stream Factory. That's like over 30-minute documentary. So you have pretty much all you want for making of material. I mean, George Romero collectors, maybe feel free, but it's, I mean, obviously for different reasons, but it's funny that came out on 48 before Day of the Dead. Now, of course, there's other reasons for that, but just funny how that stuff works, just how it is.
Yeah, I like it. I actually don't own that on anything. I fucking hate that cover.
That's one of the worst things I've seen in a while from them.
Yeah,
Really,
it's really ugly.
Yeah.
just artistically speaking, like that's just dog shit. Like I don't know who did
No,
that.
It really is.
If you looked at the whole thing, other than Golden Child, because that's the poster, the others, they all suck for covers. Dirty Word?
Yeah, that's true.
I know
Mhm.
there's a scene where a guy takes his shirt off. They did the Norma Down. He has got a hairy chest. That still looks like a stupid cover. Jade, I like the film. That's a horrible cover. I will rip it when I get it.
I prefer the other one, honestly.
I prefer the green one.
Yeah, that's the one I
yeah.
like. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Why they didn't do that, I don't know. And the dark cat, what is it? It's birds and
It's
what's the stuff up top?
Hold
Like
on,
the-
I can single it out. By the way, I hate their site, the way it's set up too. I don't mean to bitch, but it's just super annoying.
And people do not know how to make artwork, apparently. Yeah, a zombie. Is that even in the movie? The zombie.
That
No,
might
I mean-
be. Well,
I can't remember.
I'm trying to remember that ending because, like, I know somebody gets picked apart by the birds. Maybe that's how they look toward the end after the birds are done
Maybe.
fucking them up. But it's still a bad choice. Just
What's funny, they did the Birds 2. All you have to do is chase the title and be the Birds 2 cover.
could be.
Also, I'm curious about something looking at that too. Is the disc or the
Green?
green? Like what an
Yeah, I see that.
odd choice for that. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
Mhm.
neon
if you look at
green.
the colors, none of it makes any sense to me. But
If you click the X on the top right, does it show like different pictures? Is one of them green down below?
let's see.
Doesn't look like it.
Looks like it's white on the back with like blood spatter.
Yeah, so no green.
I don't know what the fuck is going on with this thing.
That's lazy too. Here's half his face. Here's a building.
Enjoy. Yeah, that's about how exciting. Let's see. I don't know, man. Like, I know Romero people have a field day with this, but the dark half and monkey shines and things like that to me are on some sort of like tier level of his stuff where it's like it's just okay to me, but I like fucking Bruiser better than I do the dark half and monkey shines and stuff. But you know, there are people that are gonna love that, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait for it to go down. I'll get it, but I'm not paying that much for it.
No, me either. Let's Scare Jessica. That's another one where it's just like, yeah, what the fuck? It's fine. Like, it's just a middle of the road, you know, average kind of thriller style horror movie. Do I need to pay? How much is that? Fucking
45.
$5? No, I don't. To be honest.
Yeah, that's a lot for that movie. I like the
Yeah.
film, but I just if I get it, I'll wait. I'm not paying that much for that either. That's
It
just
has
too much.
8,000 units. It's going to be on there for a while.
Mhm. Maybe this time next year it'll be at least somewhat reasonable price.
Yeah. Hey, I just think we've reached some sort of tipping point, honestly, where it's like, to me, the demand is not in line with the cost. It's like,
Yeah.
I can wait. Don't need any of these movies for 45, $50. They're just these middle ground kind of. I either want it to be so bad that it's good or like really, really good if I'm going to spend that kind of money. I don't need a bunch of shit from the 90s that nobody
Mm-hmm.
gave a shit about to begin with. But that seems to be their big thing here lately.
Yeah.
That was really the main things on there.
Anything else catch your eye? I mean, well, I guess obviously nothing. You didn't buy anything, but
I mean, their sale. The problem with their sale was, I'll show you right now. The couple of things that I wanted are not on this sale. I guess they were too new. This is all older stuff that I have most of this stuff, so it just didn't matter to me. So the stuff that I was really interested in, like that I still want to get from them, is like, let me show you here. So, of course, Murder Rock I have to eventually get. Devil Fetus I want to get because it's Cat 3. As is,
good old Wings Hauser, the carpenter.
as is the Seventh Curse and Witch from Nepal. But I'm just not paying that for that stuff.
Right.
I know nobody's going to buy that stuff. It's not going to go out of print or anything. So,
Got to get Crack House though.
Crack House I would really like to have if I was being honest. Like that, just watching that trailer, that seems like that's going to be an amazing piece of work.
It's a fun movie. I like it. It's on Tubi. Anybody wants to watch it?
Look, it's below 2000 too, Mark.
Is it really?
1980.
Oh wow. Okay.
I will say what's interesting too is even if you don't get it, at least it's interesting to go, oh, that film exists, and maybe I'll give it a watch someday. Like for example, the Parter label was it Soul Tangler? I saw the trailer and I went, trailer actually looks like dumb fun.
Yeah, that was the only one of these I actually considered getting to of the partner label.
I don't know if you saw the trailer, but it looked goofy fun. But I mean, not to buy that, but maybe I'll see it online somewhere. And yeah, it's a fun trailer.
I want to check out Corpse Mania. That's probably one you'd like.
Yeah, that was actually in the sale. I actually thought about getting that one. That was 50% off. No, I'm not getting the dog bowl. Amazingly. Alpha. I'm not getting Crazy Fat Alpha 2 because, like I was saying, like that movie does not need to be on Blu-ray, and it damn sure doesn't need to be like $30 or $40. How much ever it is on there.
How much is that dog bowl? Just curious.
That's a good question.
You know how many Vinegar Syndrome stickers I have? I could just put that on the side of my dog's bowl. It's the same thing.
Let's see. Where was that at? I thought it was just like right through here somewhere. There it is. $35.
Come on.
God.
They're really milking this whole logo thing, ain't they?
Yeah, definitely.
They're almost on Gene Simmons level.
Get that dog bowl with the little Vinegar Syndrome woman on it.
I'm waiting for the vinegar condoms.
I'm surprised they haven't had that yet, really.
We pleasure you with movies, they'll pleasure your partner with us.
They should be like expired and like dried out. That'd be part of the gimmick. Like they're no good. They shouldn't be brand new. They go against Vinegar Syndrome's code.
dried out condoms.
Yeah, they're like 20 years old. Just put their logo on it.
If you want to trick her to get them pregnant, buy her fucking vinegar condoms.
Hey, they don't put a guarantee on anything they sell. So.
Oh, that's right. There's another one, Mark. The orgy butter soap. I saw this too, and I was like, God, they're really getting out there. So check this out if I can find it. Let's see. Where's this shit at? Just want their merch.
Orgy butter soap.
Where's their fucking merch at?
But is that a
Shop.
reference to a movie I don't know about, or
Probably one of those softcore, hardcore-ish kind of porns they always do. Where is it at? Where's your orgy soap at? I never thought I'd say that sentence.
Orgies.
well, in the magnifying, if you type,
Yeah, I know. I just didn't want to type in orgy soap, but we'll find out.
well, it's their fault.
I blame them. Well, it's not on there. Let's just type in soap.
What do they do? Take you down, or you got
They-
sold out, or
Oh, maybe you have to go to this shit, which I can't go to. The Melusine, whatever the hell that is site. If we go to that, we're going to be immediately like taken off YouTube.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what Scratch said.
Mm.
No, Crack House was not on sale, Deer Hunter. I'm sorry. Kind of wished it was too. So that was Vinegar Syndrome shit.
Yeah.
I wasn't overly impressed, but whatever. Something
Well,
else I wanted to. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say thank you, Freddie Lit. Actually, Garrett and Uncle Bill. Did you guys do you did the Bravo 100 Steers movie moments, right? So
We did, yeah.
if you want on your channel, on this channel here at Dead Pit, check out their shows they did. They talked about each one and they compared it to, what was the other list? Was there another list they was comparing?
There was the Bravo list, and then there was a Shutter list. Shutter
what was
had like
Shudder?
their top whatever moments or something like that we had like going back and forth.
Thank you, Freddie Lit. But yeah, I do remember that back in the day. That was fun to watch for just curiosity's sake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I did actually pick up before. This was months ago. I got Women on the Run. I thought it was okay. I didn't get eye for an eye. Yeah. So I wanted to show you guys this. I'm sure you've probably seen this or at least heard about it here recently. It's from our buddies over at Scream Factory. And
Great.
I'm never not amazed by some of this stuff, really. This is on Gore Zone, which is the official site that we use constantly for shit like this because it's been around for 100 years and basically has the same site now as it did like back when we were doing the original show. So Scream Factory released this set, the Mario Bava collection, right? It's 12 discs. It's Blu-ray box set. And we were talking to Don May about this the other night when we had him on the show. Great. That was a great show, by the way. I really enjoyed that. Like, he was on there and Sleepy was on there, and it was a good time talking to them both. But
I know quickly. I know he, as soon as it mentioned just before dawn, he just went.
yeah, he did.
Get the hell out of it.
And people were like, "Why the fuck?"
Dave?
They were like, "Why the fuck didn't you ask him about that?" Listen, every now and then, you don't ask people about shit like that. Like, it's just
Right.
especially if there's ongoing litigation. Let's just say that. But needless to say, this set is insane to me because all they did, literally all they did, from what I can gather, and nobody's really said anything about this at Scream Factory, but these are just prior transfers and Blu-rays that have already been out, but they just collected them in a set, and that's it. As far as I know, there's nothing new about any of these. They're not 4Ks, which is what people really wanted that were into these movies. They're all Blu-rays. They're all collected together. I can't for the life of me figure out what the purpose of this is. Like,
I
Cash
can,
grab.
I can only assume, and again, this is only an assumption, for the people that didn't get a lot of them, didn't get most of them, and maybe if they recently found out about Mario Bava, or they were on the fence, or they got like one or two of them, and they go, well, here's all of them in one go. I don't know if this is cheaper to get this than all those individually, or if it's the same price. And what is the price of this?
oh God, he said it the other night. It's high, but I mean, it would be for this many discs, but it's. I want to say it was like 180.
Well, I'm just wondering, would it, like, say you didn't get, or you didn't have these, would it be cheaper to get this than all those individually? I guess nowadays people just want and wait for 4K, but maybe some people think Blu-ray is good enough for these. I don't know. I haven't seen many of them, so I don't know. I don't have knowledge on how they are artistic.
So I think somebody broke it down and it was like $10 or $12 a disc. Was like, if you buy this, that's what it broke down into.
So there may be a lot of people who just don't have any Mario Bava, and this would be the more convenient way to get it, perhaps.
I guess, like, I mean, the only thing I could think of was, like you said, if they just put it all together, like that was the appeal. You just had all of the movies together. There's nothing new on them. There's no new transfers or anything. They're just like, here's all the films.
I don't have my DVDs down here, but the Anchor Bay sets, it's all the titles that were in those two Bava box sets. Am I mistaken on that? Like Kidnapped and Bay of Blood, all that stuff.
They're all on there. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, I think it might be a cheaper route depending on the additions of the single releases of all those. It is kind of cool, like the artwork. I don't mind that. Like Rambo was saying, like just for people that want to get them all, like you can just grab them all in one swoop. You don't got to worry about getting an addition from over here or over there. It's not the worst thing that they've done. My question is the quality control on the discs is what I have an issue with. Given their track record, I don't know about that set. I mean,
somebody said, it's funny you mentioned that. Goblin said they can barely release one movie without some sort of quality control mistake.
There you
How
go.
they're going to do 12?
Yeah, that's the question.
Yep. So if there's one major red flag for me with that would be it. It's the quality control. I just don't. I'm gonna have to wait to see like what other people say about it once it comes out.
Yeah.
But I'm definitely not jumping on it for 180.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money to drop on a set of any kind.
Yeah.
12 lubed up discs. Yeah, that's what it would be, really. God. So this doesn't really affect me. I'm not a huge Mario Bava fan. Like I've tried to watch this. I feel like just the wrong era. Like I got into Argento stuff first and kind of went backwards. And then once you do that, it doesn't. I don't think it translates as well.
Gotcha.
You get used to like seeing a certain type of thing and loving that type of thing, and then I feel like if you start out with Bava or something, like it's probably easier.
The Lamberto Bava set that I saw from Severin is appealing. Now that
Yeah, let's bring that up because I actually saw that today too.
Yeah, I'll jump on that one. I just Severin they've been doing some really good stuff lately. I don't have to worry about and even if there is like quality control, they're not going to ask you to like burn your whole collection and take photos and shit like that. They'll actually send you out your stuff. And
Yeah, you don't have to DDT your disc into like a fine paste and then send them a
Exactly.
picture of it. No, I mean Severin to me, like, there's not even any question that they've been destroying Vinegar Syndrome for a while now. It just took a turn, and they've never really gotten back on track with Vinegar Syndrome, hasn't? I mean,
So I was curious. Again, I'm not knowledgeable on Mario Bava at all. What companies released those previous Mario Bava stuff?
Anchor
Or were they a
Bay
long
had
time
them.
ago?
Anchor Bay had them for DVDs. I remember that because they had
Mhm.
the Mario Bava collection. There's like 2 sets, and I have both those somewhere.
Mm.
And then Kino released them at some point too.
Arrow did
Arrow
some as
released
well.
them.
Yeah.
Okay.
So several companies have had them.
Well, there you go. There's your choices. You just get it from them if that's the case.
Yeah, that's the safer solution.
What the fuck? I don't want to. They got these new bundles up too, but this is the one thing we're talking about: the High Tension 4 films by Lamberto Bava, which is a nice looking set. I have not seen any of those movies. I can make this somewhat bigger, I think. Hold on. So you've got The Prince of Terror, The Man Who Wouldn't Die, School of Fear, and Eyewitness. Those are the 4 films. Anybody seen any of these films before this?
No.
Just The Man Who Wouldn't Die, which is okay. There's one that I've been wanting someone to release, and I don't know what the hell's going on with the rights. It's is it called You'll Die at Midnight? I think is the title. But yeah, it's like a giallo slasher style movie, and nobody's putting that out. And I've been waiting for so long for somebody to get that fucking movie. You'd think it'd be a no-brainer because, like, I know it would sell just because, I mean, it's Bava, it's a giallo. You don't
Yeah.
need much marketing behind it to sell it.
No. I think that's what they're really doing good right now, though. They're taking a lot of these names, these guys that have like name recognition. And maybe this is not some of their best films, but they're just collecting them all in these like box sets and stuff and making money of it. But yeah, I mean, if you're a fan of Bava, you're gonna buy this. Just like the other one too from Cauldron, right? Like they got a box set
Right.
very similar.
Yeah, they do.
I'm a huge fan of Bava stuff. Lamberto Bava stuff. Not much more so than Mario Bava. So I'll probably end up. Well, we might get this for review. It's just me and him will have to fight over who the hell's going to get it. Probably like it'll be some sort of duel or something. So yeah. So when I saw the High Tension thing, I was like, are they re-releasing that fucking? What was it, Switchblade Romance or something like that? The original title, yeah.
Yeah. That's what I thought for like 2 seconds, but then I saw the Bava name. I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting. Now the Cauldron one,
Yeah.
those are TV movies or something.
Bravito, yeah. Something
Yeah.
Bravito, yeah.
Okay. Is that one out yet, or is it still up for pre-order?
Well, if it's from Cauldron, it's probably still up for pre-order. Let's check.
Yeah, of course. What am I thinking?
Yeah,
What
It
about-
take like 10 years to put something out. Yeah.
What about Thorn Girls?
when is
That's
Thorn
on-
Girls coming out?
On sale for $20 for Just Frankel. Thorn Girls.
I mean, if you don't have Thong Girls, what good are you, really? Let's see here. Now, Cauldron, though, is the one that's run by Diabolique.
Hmm.
And they've got a couple of new things on here too. I'll switch this over to their website. So they got Rico the Mean Machine, which I've seen that on DVD at some point in time, and The Great Chase. But this is the one that you're talking about, the Lamberto Bava's Brivido Giallo 5-disc Blu-ray CD box set.
Yeah, that's it.
Which includes Until Death, Graveyard Disturbance, The Ogre, which isn't that one of the Demons movies,
Yeah, Demons 3, I think.
and Dinner with a Vampire. And that one is currently going for $100. I have not bought that yet, but I want to. I can't pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
$100 fucking dollars.
Yeah. They don't list like their stock amount on that, do they?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's see. There's probably a way to hack in and find out, but I don't know what it is. No. It's limited to 2,500 though. But it would be nice to have some sort of counter or something.
Right.
Let's see what this is. Oh, this is what they actually look like.
Oh, okay.
The discs themselves.
Yeah, it looks cool. You seen any of those, Rambo?
No, I've heard of Graveyard Disturbance. I've heard of that one. I haven't seen it.
I mean, I'll buy that eventually if it doesn't sell out, but it's just I have an extra $100 right now.
It's a lot of money.
Just put it on your credit card, UB.
Yeah, somebody who was it who told me that recently? Buying something and they wanted me to buy something. It was like $1,000. Like, dude, I don't have $1,000 right now. Like, just put it on your credit card. I'm like, okay, if I want to pay like 30% interest on it, I fucking will do that. It's fucking people. Goblins Inc. says, got the Cauldron set. Graveyard Disturbance is cool.
Nice.
Robot Logic says, guys, Iron Angels, this is the Vinegar Syndrome I was showing you, Rambo, is a holy grail for Hong Kong action. So,
yeah, I was looking at the trailer. It looks fun. There's a guy in a kind of like James Bond jetpack with like mini guns.
yeah.
Never seen them.
I love Blade in the Dark. I like Macabre better.
Mm-hmm.
Macabre's an insane movie. I just love that movie. But I'm a big fan of Blade in the Dark too. It's also insane at the end.
Yeah, that ending is crazy. I like it. VS did a great release of it, so
Yeah.
I'm glad that's out there.
I even like Delirium, which
Yeah, that's
not a lot of people do.
That's so weird. I mean, that's like one of my favorite ones for me.
Mm-hmm. It's like a bad acid trip or something.
Yeah.
Has this shipped? I honestly don't know. It says this is a pre-order, which will ship date of May. This is another thing I hate too, real quick. While we're just talking about things that we all hate, which is basically what we end up doing. So used to be you got a date that something was going to be released.
Yeah.
And to some degree or another, like companies like Arrow still do that. And some other companies. Mostly what's going on now, though, which drives me crazy, is these companies will just put up May 2025. It's coming out. We're sometime in May. We don't have anything specific for it. And then May will come along and be like, well, we pushed it back to fucking June. Like it's coming out sometime in June. It's like, can't you just, I mean, people are paying $100 for this. Shouldn't you have like a date that it's going to be released? Don't even get me started on shit with like TerraVision and Air 444 and all those companies.
It's only two of them. What do you expect?
I don't give a shit. It's only one of them sitting there with like a fucking. They got like a pair of scissors in one hand and a fucking one of those package tape things. Like, get the shit out. Packing tape
Yeah.
rollers. Like, do some coke or something and get to work. Like, fucking people are expecting their packages, man.
I did some fire under your ass. Just some
Yeah.
cocaine.
Good Lord. Oh, that's good to know. Vinegar Syndrome has a credit card with a $4,000 limit.
Jeez. I'm sure
How do
some
you know
people
that?
have that.
How do you, unless someone has
Oh, he's saying that Uncle Bill has the Vinegar Syndrome credit card with a $4,000. Is that a real thing? I'm hoping he's
Reading
just
that,
kidding.
I just assumed it was. Seemed like something they do.
Vinegar
I'm praying he's just kidding around.
Syndrome credit card?
They should have one.
Updates their website like every 5 months. You never know like when anything's coming either.
You get it when you get it.
Yeah, just don't even ask. Let's see. That's a really cool looking set though, and the discs and everything.
Yeah, I like it. The even was it House of Doom set? That one looks cool for what it was.
Yeah, I've actually got that one. And
But the thing, like you were talking about with Arrow 444 and these guys,
yeah,
the problem is they see these dollar signs and I feel, get overzealous. And like when I did a video the other day, I was just randomly ranting about like people do these documentaries and then they take like 8 years because they did like 4 other documentaries they want to make instead of finishing the one they're working on. So like these companies is like, well, we'll do this and this and this movie, but it's like, why don't you finish the one, make sure it's right, quality control, get it out there in a respectable manner so people are not mad, people are not waiting forever, and then go on. Like, don't think 20 moves ahead. These companies just get more and more overzealous, and then more mistakes get made, more delays, and they go, well, they'll buy it anyway.
They will.
Yeah. So, I mean, how do you fix it then?
There's no fixing it until people stop buying stuff, and that's just doesn't ever seem like it's going to happen.
There you go.
Nobody. This is a good segue into what I was going to talk about with Iced, the shot on video one that got released by Vinegar. So when we did the Don May interview, I wasn't really aware of this, but I kind of was after watching it. But like that transfer supposedly was just like, oh, that's just a VHS fucking rip onto a Blu-ray. Like there was really nothing else to it. Like they didn't get any kind of anything else. They didn't clean it up or anything. They just transferred the fucking thing, probably ran it through a machine or something that like automatically AI cleans it up and then, put it out. But it's like, I kind of feel like nobody gives a shit at this point. It's just like, here's some shit that you haven't seen. Like, we know you're going to buy it. We don't care. Like, we're going to do the minimal amount of shit necessary and just put it out.
Yeah.
So when you saw Iced, you noticed immediately? Because I haven't seen it.
I noticed it looked like shit. Yeah, okay. I mean, in terms of like, it just looks exactly like what you would think that would look like. Just a VHS rip. Like, the quality of it's really, really bad. And, their explanation was, well, it's going to look bad because we only had the certain elements or the VHS elements or whatever. But I had heard a rumor. I don't know if this is a rumor or the truth that somebody actually had like, I don't know if it was, I don't know what it was exactly, but like a good quality version of it, but they didn't use it. Vinegar Syndrome didn't use it. They just put out like whatever.
I'm guessing there was no explanation as to why. I'm guessing maybe they thought it was too expensive.
Probably it was either too expensive or they wanted to rush it out.
I was thinking that it's probably the latter. They got to get it out. They want it up there on the site.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if they're making as much money as Christian said the other night, then they could afford it and do it right instead of people. That's it again. Companies out there, when you half-ass one thing, you do it twice, you do it 10 times, and then that could be. I mean, it should be a downfall, but like you said, and other people said, I guess people don't care. I guess.
No.
I would think if you do like the film, you'd want to see the best quality. Otherwise, if it's just a VHS, you could probably watch it on YouTube or something if it's the same quality.
You could, you definitely could.
Mhm.
Like, and that's the issue, right? Like, why are you paying 40?
Did they put up something that said that? Was there like a disclaimer? I can't remember.
There was.
Okay.
There was some sort of disclaimer that said that at the beginning of the film. I can't remember exactly what it said. I have to go back and look. But like,
Well, I meant like on the site, like before you even.
Oh, I
buy
don't know.
It. Like it was like right next to the price on there or something. Like, hey, like this is not like a
they
actual.
put a
Blu-ray.
disclaimer. It's like, hey, this looks like shit. Before you.
Like,
Yeah. But that's kind of my issue with this shot on video stuff, which is like, now we've gotten to a point where they've run out of like other titles that were actually made on film. They're releasing all these shot on video films that do not benefit whatsoever, from what I can tell from this kind of format. But they're charging like the same price as $40-$50. It's like, you could watch that shit anywhere and it'd be the same effect. It's like Tubi or something like that.
mm-hmm.
But with those, I think for people who buy them, they're buying the package, they're buying the
Very true.
wraparound setup. The movie is just the bonus, if you want to call it a bonus. But it's the package they're buying, it's the cover they're buying, it's the features, it's the, if it comes with a book, it's how it looks on the shelf, it's part of a whole collection. That's what they're buying, and it's less about the movie at hand. Again, that's just a bonus. So
yeah, I think we're moving so far away from like the movies at this point that it's kind of crazy. We're just moving into a whole other realm of shit.
Yeah, pretty much.
like
I'm
for
sorry.
me, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you go ahead.
I was saying, like, to only speak for myself, like there are films that are still on VHS I would like to see because I like the film. I'm not buying it because if a film sucks, I don't care what pretty package it is. It still sucks.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care about the rest of it. So I guess I'm one of the oddballs on that nature, but fuck it.
Sorry to hear about this Mozart's ghost. Still no sign of the farmer.
Your trading cards.
Trading cards, my fucking guy, I swear. Yeah, it says newly restored from the best available tape master is what they said on the page. I like just the VHS tape. Fuck it.
Newly restored.
Wonder what that means exactly. I mean, that could mean anything, right? Like I could say something was newly restored and just fucking just put it up there. Like
Yeah.
I looked over it. It's restored.
There's not one single piece of restoration on that.
Yeah, this is one I've been thinking about a lot lately because I watched it on DVD recently. The Watchers not being in 4K yet is a travesty. Yeah, you got all this other stupid shit,
Mm-hmm.
and that movie is not out.
That's
at all.
like that's the only way to see it, right? I mean, there's no other physical, right?
No, as far as I know, the DVD is. I don't think there was ever a Blu-ray of the Watchers.
No, there's never a Blu-ray. There is a HD streaming because I'll show I bought this because of that. But I mean, they're not going to make it, so I bought. That's where I bought it. So, and it looks good, HD,
Yeah,
1080p. But that's the only way you. Whether they can't find it or they don't want to deal with the rights or however it.
Was that like the AI things that we found that one time?
Not this one. This was
Okay.
streaming. It was, I forget what streaming it was on, but it was like a cleaned up version. So it is a cleaned up version of the film. Like it looks good. And then someone just put on a disc for me. I'm like, I'll buy from you because they ain't gonna. They don't. It's not available to buy. So fuck it. Fuck them.
Fuck. That's motto. Eventually, you got to put it out, or he'll get it like that.
Yeah, I'm over 40. I'm not getting younger.
I will say this about that movie. I watched it recently on DVD again, and Corey Haim is extremely coked up in that film. Like, Jesus Christ, he's on some drugs. Like, you can definitely tell.
What year was that?
88 to 88.
Okay, so that was right after Lost Boys. Then.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I remember
He's
Feldman
not
saying
as
he was
coked
on it.
up. He's not as coked up as Dream a Little Dream, but
Okay.
like, because in Dream a Little Dream, Corey Feldman.
I remember.
So I think I mentioned this before, but please, if you haven't, check out Dream a Little Dream. There's a dance sequence in that movie that will blow your mind.
Such an awful movie.
Well, Corey Feldman's an awful person, so it makes sense.
I wasn't even going to bring that up, but I do love this film. I mean, it's nostalgia, but I do love it. Same with the sequel, which did get a Blu-ray. But yeah, Dream a Little Dream. No. No.
No.
Didn't that
This
get a
one-
sequel too? Dream
Yeah,
of
it
Dream?
Yeah, it did.
With magic like sunglasses. It's part of the plot.
This one right here, though, I would love to. This is actually a really good movie.
Yeah.
Like a legitimately
Yeah.
good movie, License to Drive. I probably watched this 1,000 times when I was a kid. Like, it was one of those movies that was just constantly on. It's great. I mean, it's probably one of the better Corey movies like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun.
It's a shame. And we'll probably never see it.
No. Didn't I think Demolition High with Corey Haim
Demolition
got a
High.
release?
It did, yeah. I want to
Haven't
say
seen-
that was, what was that?
Was
German?
It
Was
88
it
film?
German?
I don't know. I did not get it, sadly. I'd be curious to see because I remember seeing that film. Not minding it.
Is that Blu-ray out of print too? The License to Drive Blue?
I thought it was.
Okay. There is a German media book if anybody's interested. It's another way to get it.
And yeah, Demolition High was a media book, although Diabolus is not in stock.
Oh shit. Okay.
So
Those
Y'all
are always
remember?
pretty limited though. So
Yeah, those
Yeah,
media
that sounds
books.
right.
Do y'all remember back in the day when Corey Feldman did that special about Corey Haim and all that, and then said something about it was like a pay-per-view, and he said that something about it got hacked or something, and
Yeah.
oh yeah.
oh God. I could spend a whole thing talking about Corey Feldman.
It's a lot to
Do you also
say.
remember like there's a period of time where Corey Feldman was saying that Michael Jackson like contacted him and was really into his dance move? Shit you not. He said that on some sort of interview. He was like, Michael Jackson really wanted to do a movie with me, and he was really like into my dancing. So it's like, dude, you just stole like the entire set of dance moves that Michael Jackson did. He's
His
not gonna
whole
be
fucking gimmick. He
Yeah.
stole the whole thing.
Ah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot to say about that guy.
You really could do like a whole episode on it.
Yeah, on just Corey Feldman.
I think somebody kind of did, right? I remember
Oh,
you
it's been a
told
bunch
me
of people.
Rambo, like, well, there's one specific one on YouTube. What's it called?
There's a lot of them. There's the lies of Corey Feldman. There's
That's the one. That's the one.
yeah,
Because it goes pretty in depth on a lot of that.
yeah,
stuff.
because it's like he changes his story now, how he first met Corey Haim, and it's like the interview he did where I got the role in Deal with Grape.
I remember
They got
seeing that, and I was
fired.
like, "No, you didn't." I just immediately knew that was a lie.
Oh, you did it. There's an interview with the guy who was like his bus driver. They talked about how he kept saying he was clean, but then he would do coke in the back, or no, it was pills. Yeah, like a whole thing of pills. Yeah, was his
Jeez.
angels, but he treated them like crap. His ladies,
Oh, the ain't yeah.
he's a. There's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah, this sounds about right too. Corey Feldman said Stanley Kubrick offered him the role of Danny in The Shining.
Say that in the same interview with the Deal with Grape and
So it sounds to me like Corey Feldman is like the actor version of Hogan.
Yeah.
Where he's
Yes.
just delusional and makes up shit that never happened, really.
Yeah.
and that documentary you mentioned, like the reason he won all this money because supposedly he had to hide, but then he released it and then no one cared, so he didn't have to hide. Like he was already hid and no one cared about him.
Nobody cared enough. Sad, dude. Freddie says, "What are your thoughts on the original Village of the Damned and the remake by John Carpenter?"
I cannot remember the original.
I'll say I like the original quite a bit. That one was, I'm pretty sure I saw that first. And I want to say there's a sequel to that. Isn't there a sequel to the original?
Children of the Damned?
Yeah.
Yes, that's it. Yes, I have a double feature DVD with both of those on it.
Mm-hmm. I do too. I've got the same one, I bet. Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool. I dig it. I mean, the Carpenter one, it's very nostalgic for me. I grew up on it. There is a certain it's got the Carpenter atmosphere to it in a way, like the music and stuff, some of the actors as well. I like Carpenter regulars. I like that. It's fine. I can see the flaws and stuff in it, but I don't mind it. I could watch it. It's fine. I don't have an issue with that one.
I really love the Village of the Damned. I never really got into Carpenter's version. There's a string of movies that Carpenter did around that time where I just think that I don't know what he was doing, but they're very very generic kind of looking and made films. The Memoirs of an Invisible Man one, that one.
Remember, he said he hated himself every day because he had to work with Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase, dude, that's like a common story apparently with Chevy Chase. Well, he said, and this is another thing too. I remember him talking about this because it reminded me of what Landis said about Eddie Murphy. Like Chevy Chase basically was like, "I don't want to be funny." Like it's like, dude, then we're screwed. That's what I would have told him. Like, this is supposed to be a comedy. Like, so, but he was like, no, I want this to be, I want to be a more dramatic kind of role and an actor in this. It's like, that's not what you do. Like, that's not your wheelhouse, really. So it became like he said it became like a weird hybrid of both, and neither one of them worked. Like, it was half drama, half comedy, and none of it worked.
Yeah, it shows.
Yeah, that's one of the few Carpenter films I do not like is Memoirs of Invisible Man. Most of his Carpenter's I can enjoy to some extent. That one, no,
I can't either. Feldman was in Puppet Master versus Demonic Toys and had powder in his hair a week. Wonder what kind of powder that was.
Yeah,
he needs to go over to fucking Terrorvision and help them box up some 4Ks.
Powder in his hair. He's hiding his stash in plain sight.
His standout performance was, I watched that yesterday. I watched that movie yesterday. All right. So here's what I'll say. Looking back on that after watching it again, Chris Sarandon's good in it. Does really well.
I think he's hilarious in it. That's part of why I like the movie.
I fucking cannot stand Dennis Miller in that movie. I do. I know he's ad libbing everything and whatever, and like I cannot do it with him. Corey Feldman is by far the most annoying thing in that movie, to me.
No, he was annoying. I agree with that.
Yeah, his acting is great.
It's just like, and I'm acting. Yep.
Yeah.
Like, and that's saying a lot when you're like, you got like Angie Everhart is like the lead actress basically. Well, I guess Erica Lanik is the lead actress, but Angie Everhart's like the heel, and she's awful. She can't act. I mean,
No.
But she doesn't really need to when you look like that. Like that's just
right.
But
yeah,
Corey Feldman needs to probably know how to act, and he could not.
He used to, but then he got older and he got worse.
Yeah, he got the Ellie Cornell syndrome. You just forget how to act somehow.
Cheers to you too, Predator.
Thanks, Predator.
Yeah. Did you see Salmon on Legion of Skanks started directly hitting the foot? Yeah, so they had Legion of Skanks is like a comedy podcast. I don't know any of the comedians that are on there, but I do know of the podcast. So it's like a comedy podcast where several stand-up comedians do like they just riff and stuff like that. And Sandman from ECW was on there, and they did something called like Sandman Trivia, where they would ask like wrestling trivia questions, and if any of them got it wrong, Sandman would cane the shit out of them. So it actually was pretty funny because like I don't think they realized like when you bring somebody like that on there, he's really going to fuck you up. Like he doesn't care at all.
Yeah, that's what I heard like from Stevie Richards. Like I watch his YouTube channel. He talked about like the worst injuries or the worst weapons. He mentioned like with the cane, it depends on who hits you, and he's the worst. Like he says Sandman's the worst because he will just,
which is funny because that's his whole gimmick.
Yeah.
That's everything he did.
Yeah,
he's the worst at the one thing he did.
Yeah, I think Devon said that too. Like that's one of the worst things to take was a Singapore cane shot from Sandman.
He didn't hold back. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't pull it at all. No.
He's too drunk to hold back.
Yeah, that's the thing.
He doesn't even know. Yeah, he thinks he is holding back, bro.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, after watching it again, like I thought it was fun. Stupid.
It's stupid, silly fun.
Awful, but awful in like a great 90s that era kind of way.
Yeah.
And what's the other one? I keep thinking Dark Knight, but that's not it.
Demon Knight.
Demon Knight, yeah. I actually like that one a lot more. To me, it's got like a much better kind of atmosphere and story, and yeah.
Yeah, I like Demon Knight. The thing with Bordello, I'd rather just go watch From Dusk Till Dawn.
It's a much better version of that same movie, really.
I can see that.
Which was going to be Tales from the Crypt, but then they said no, and then they got Bordello Blood instead. Just For Dusk Till Dawn was going to be a Tales from the Crypt movie, but they still
makes sense.
No. So I'm sure that's.
Does Marq like Feldman and Bordello Blood?
I mean, I don't mind him.
I mean, really like that motherfucker in anything, really.
Right.
Except for like stuff he did when he was
I was gonna say, the younger stuff, he's fine. In context, that whole movie, everybody's just fucking there and they're getting paid what little money it probably was, and he's just there. I don't like him or hate him in it. It's just whatever. I mean, ironically, I think looking back at his other Tales episode that he was in, because he was actually in an episode of the show as well, I think he's doing a better job here. That he was overacting a lot more, I think, in the episode that he was in, but that's a whole nother conversation.
Yes, Gozer. I do know Shane Gillis. Like his first special, the one in Texas, was one of my favorites that came out for the last, I don't even know how long, how many years. So yeah, I am aware of him. His Trump shit that he does on oh god, what is that show? Kill Tony is some of the funniest stuff ever too. Ever see Tales from the Crypt Ritual? It has Tim Curry.
I have seen it.
Is it amazing?
No.
Something tells me it's not if I've never heard of it. Like,
I mean,
never seen-
it's like a voodoo story. I think I could be so wrong on this because I haven't seen it in forever. Is Jennifer Grey in that? And I know Craig Schiffer is in it too. It's a weird fucking movie. From what I understand, it wasn't even really a Tales from the Crypt thing. They just made it into one, and they threw in the
Sounds
Crypt
right.
Keeper with like dreadlocks or some shit. I mean, that stuff's funny.
Is
It's
that
so
okay?
stupid.
Which one is it? Because I watched this and I was like, oh my god, this looks so freaking bad, but it's hilarious. Which one is it that has like the CGI-ish kind of version of the Crypt Keeper, where he's a director and he's standing up and walking and stuff, and like he's directing a scene in a movie?
I think you're thinking of Demon Knight.
Is that
Maybe.
Demon Knight?
Because like the beginning portion of it, he's directing.
I don't remember CGI though.
I don't remember CGI.
Dude, he gets up. I don't know if it's CG or what it is exactly, but he gets up out of the director's chair and he runs over and he's like talking to, I think it's John Larroquette, who's dressed up like a killer or something in the scene.
Mhm.
He's like berating him for how bad he is.
Yeah, that's Demon Knight.
Okay, so that looks so bad. And Goblins is saying that's Demon Knight. They put his head on another person's body.
Oh, okay, yeah.
It looks
Mm.
fucking ridiculous. I was watching that. Oh my god,
Okay,
like, that looks so shitty, man. They should never ever do stuff like that. Go back and watch that now and just tell me what you think. Like,
I haven't seen Demon Knight in forever.
just
so
watch that one
I'll-
scene. Just-
I'll have
yeah.
to go back and check that.
You'll just be like, yeah. Oh yeah, I did hear about this too. So this comedian, this Big J Everson guy, is like super obsessed with Corey Feldman because of what we were talking about, like how many lies he's told and all these different kind of discrepancies and things like that. So he goes to all of this stuff just to fuck with him, I think, at this point. And like Feldman's got like security and stuff that always looks for him. And he's been thrown out of a bunch of his shows. Yeah. Yeah, that was a great episode. The one where he makes like barbecue or something like that, or steak. He makes steak, I think.
Yeah, is that the Judd Nelson one too? I think
That's the Judd
Nelson's in
Nelson
that.
one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
God, I love that show, man.
Mhm. That's another one. Well, it's a shame we'll never get like probably a giant set or something of that's in.
No, I've got that German set of it though, which is it's got all the stuff on Blu-ray, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
The book in it is really cool. And then they have all the seasons like sectioned off, but it's like one thick media book. That's a really cool set, but I'd still like to see a Region 1 proper, fully cleaned up. I want a 4K set. They need to go all out on the thing if they ever put it out.
Of course, Mark has the German release. Like, oh,
Exactly.
Yeah. I could probably find it. I'll be right back. It's somewhere around here. I got to show it. I'll be right back.
yeah.
That'd be with like a whole standee of the Crypt Keeper.
Yeah, he's got the actual Crypt Keeper puppet. Why do you guys think the director of Scream 6 didn't want to kill off any of the main characters. A lot of fake outs, and most of them shouldn't have survived with those ones. Because they want to make sequels, I guess. At this point, I don't even remember Scream 6 that much anymore. I remember how shitty the ending was. That's about all I remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's that franchise is making way too much money for them to stop. I mean, it seems like it's never ending, at least until we see a dip in box office returns. But yeah, so here's the set real quick. This is the, I want to drop it. It's a really big box. So
It's kind of killer.
yeah, it's got stuff on the back too, although you can't, I don't know if it'll show up. There. Yeah, so it's pretty cool. And then it's, again, all the discs inside. And then they do kind of do like so here's a little bit of it. I can't flip through the whole thing.
Right.
It's like a little, it's in comic book form in parts, but I mean, it's got all the stuff.
Oh, yeah.
It's really nice. It's a badass set. So it's, yeah. But yeah, this I want to say it's still in print. You might be able to find it. I don't know. And yeah, I do have like one of those big Crypt Keeper things.
I knew it.
Hey, yeah.
I knew it.
It's on my Instagram. If anybody wants to see what it looks like, I flipped through the whole book on my Instagram. It's in the Reels section somewhere.
Did you guys see that shitty Dolph Lundgren movie where he works for the church and hunts a demon called the Minion?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts, Rambo? Did you like
Wasn't that great? I love Dolph as that one of his better ones, though.
it? Sounds a whole hell of a lot like End of Days.
Well, it's trying to be a bit like the Fallen, the Hidden. Something passes from body to body, but not nearly as fun or as inventive. So, very forgettable. And then he did a movie later on that was almost a similar plot called "Don't Kill It." I forget who directed it. He did other horror films.
That's the one that I thought he was talking about. I know me and you talked about Don't Kill It a while.
No, this one was he's like a Templar knight, and he's got like this glove with spikes on it, but he barely uses it. And yeah, it's disappointing. Ain't no I Come in Peace. Which, of course, you guys did a video. I loved it. I love I Come in Peace.
Yeah, we did a whole review recently of that one. They get somebody had requested it. That's an incredibly underrated movie. So before we go though for tonight, I wanted to spend a moment, just one more time again. Spend some time looking at this shit. Let's just spend some more time. I swear to God, this cannot be real. Because this looks like what would happen if I just put in like I could put in Chat GPT or something like, make me a generic Jason Voorhees, and this would come up.
Yeah. It's funny. So go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say, like, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier, and he's a huge Friday the 13th fan, and he was saying, like, what would I want it to be, and like, what do most people have a problem with? Because he doesn't see any issues with it. He's like, he looks like a guy in the woods, just in regular clothes.
There's really not that. I'm curious what he said, though.
Mm-hmm.
What did he say, Mark? What was his?
Well, he was just saying like he doesn't really see that much wrong with it. It's just he looks like a dude wearing a hockey mask that's like probably living in the woods. He looks disheveled. If this is like, the concept art for the first movie or TV show or whatever, then it'll probably get worn up and fucked up over time from either movie to movie or episode to episode, whatever they're doing with this. So I kind of see his point with that. Like, that is a way to go. But then again, like, if they're starting over, because I don't think this is like for a sequel or anything. So Jason's never really been dead. So he wouldn't look too fucked up. I mean, it was a whole long conversation. But that was kind of the gist of it. Like, it's not as bad as it could be. It could be a lot worse.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's very safe. I think that's what it is. Like
Yeah.
it just took a very safe middle ground road of what Jason would look like, but it just looks so generic. Like there's nothing that sets it. So if you look back at all the Friday the 13th films, like each mask and each look was somewhat different. Like, and in a way that was, you had zombie Jason, you had like Roy, you had fucking,
Mm-hmm.
Mongoloid Jason. You had all the different kind of variations. Yeah.
Slug Dick
Like
Jason.
Dick Jason. But there's something about this that's just very bland and just, I don't know. It's not very memorable at all.
Yeah, there's nothing striking about it. And it looks like really the 2009 film or the other stuff where I don't know if this is how they view a realistic Jason. If that's what they're going for, like this is how Jason would be in real life, where he's in the woods and he's dirtied up and these are the type of clothes someone would have, and it would be just a generic mask in real life. Is maybe that's what they're trying to go for, Nick and Tara? Like this is how it would be in the real world. I guess I don't know.
Peter Dinklage to play Jason. Oh God. Yeah, I think you're right though. I think that's what they're going for. They just want like this Jason though for some reason just looks like he'd have a pack of Marlboro Reds in his pocket. He'd just be kind of like wandering around a gas station or something. Something about that jacket just fucking does not work.
But it's funny you mentioned before. It does look like an AI. It does look like an AI prompt.
Yeah, I think it's just somebody on here was saying it like almost like a template for like what it's going to eventually look like. So I'm hoping they improve it somewhat by then. The 13 holes in the mask shit's got to go. That looks stupid. That's just got to go. There's no need for that.
Nobody wants it to go back to the sack or anything. I don't think so.
I think it should go back to the tater sack. Yep.
Yeah. I always joke with my friend because I think he likes that look. And I told him, like, dude, no, it looks like fucking Clan Hood Jason. Like,
what the fuck? I never thought it looked like a Clan Hood.
Well, he was like, I don't think that's what they're going for, dude. I'm like, well, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying. Like, it's
killer.
I've never been a fan of the
I don't think that's what they were going for.
That's Jordan Peele. That's Jordan Peele producing it. Jordan Peele's producer. He goes after black people. Jason hates black people.
Yeah, that could be the new one.
Jason versus black people.
He got black people. He got slaves in his cave in the woods. And he lets them out and he hunts them down. And there's one guy who thinks his dad. He puts on a sweater.
I just think that, like, yeah, that version of Jason would probably be a lot more entertaining than this particular one here.
Yeah. Is there, with the hockey mask, is there one film that you think they should hone in on? If so, what it is?
Yeah.
Or do you think they should just try something brand new and they may fall on their face?
Well, here's the thing. I think they should try something brand new, but I know they're not going to. So, yeah, like Hollywood or any of these companies don't operate like that. They don't give anybody like carte blanche to do shit like that. They're going to make it look a certain way that's reminiscent of something else that was in the series. So, if you're going to do that, I think I would probably go with like the Part 3 mask. Part 3 or Part 7, depending on like which version of Jason you want to go with. And this looks like the standard, still alive,
human Jason,
kind of Jason. Yeah. So probably the Part 3 mask. Part 4 Mask is great too. After that, it gets all a little bit iffy.
Just
So-
you're just talking about mask wise versus
Just
part 3?
Mask. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't like his clothes that much in 3.
It kind of looks like this if you think about it. Like
In the third one, it seems like way too casual. Like he's got on his fucking Sunday's best, like shit. Like, so,
he just got back from church. Yeah.
I always like part 4. Part 4 and part 7 are like those are the looks I like the most. But that's just me.
Should have like Soul Glow.
I can't ever get over now that I think I forget who it was that said this, but I can never get over like watching part 3 now where somebody says that he looks like Porky Pig in the fucking
He kinda
scene where he
does.
gets the mask taken
I
off.
see that.
I just can't get that out of my head now. Yeah, I agree with this. I think he was a good Jason.
Yeah, no, yeah, I would agree with that. I
Yep.
like him as Jason. Definitely solid. Brooker was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a big killer idea. You'll wear a modern day hockey mask where it's just a glass shield in front of his face. That would be killer to see that just one time. Yeah, I think Matt, you missed the Vinegar Syndrome whole conversation there,
Yeah.
but we definitely talked about him.
But yeah, this whole Jason universe,
Uh-huh.
I don't care about the Crystal Lake TV show. Movie, it's hard to screw it up. I've liked most of them. Even part 5 I liked. Folks, I liked part 5. I don't hate it. I mean, they'll do one eventually. They're doing, you've talked about before, Silent Night, Deadly Night, they're doing. All these other films they're doing. They'll do Friday 13th, and they'll make a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know who's going to direct it. I don't know who's going to be a part of it. I wouldn't be surprised they try to get the guy who did Terrifier, since that's a name that's brought up a lot. We'll see, I guess.
I could do. I mean, it would essentially be the perfect combination of things. It's kind of the movie everybody's always wanted if they do it like that. Like a Jason movie where it's just like full on gory as fuck kind of movie.
Yeah.
Right.
They've never really done that to that degree anyway.
Right.
4 to me was the closest they ever came to doing that. Without being censored.
That's interesting. Like you mentioned that, because I remember him saying when I guess this was like the height of all the Terrifier 2 stuff, and he met with all the studios, and I know I'm pretty sure he said he talked to Paramount, but I don't know if like Jason stuff came up, but he did say he would like to do a Friday the 13th. So I could see that happening. The only thing is you'd have to put a hell of a lot of padding on David Howard Thornton, because he's a tall dude, but he's also kind of skinny in a way. So it's like, I don't.
Why does he have to play him?
No, he doesn't. But I know that's like his.
You have the director. You don't have to have that guy fucking. He's going to get old quick. Is he in that cornfield movie?
I don't think so.
Okay, no, he's in the Mickey Mouse one. That's one.
Yeah, he's in that. Yeah.
And the Drench one and all this other shit. Say no, dude. Say no to
There's
Drench.
no way.
Yeah, they're just throwing money at him at this point. So.
Yeah, I mean, that's the one character. Like, I mean, you look at all the money he's raking in for art. Imagine how much you'd get if you start playing Jason. Like, there's no way he'd turn it
that's
down.
True,
yeah, scrawny ass Jason. They probably do like a new guy, I was assumed, to play Jason.
That's so true. Abercrombie and Fitch Jason's what this was. Oh, who would be who it would end up being? No shit. I swear to God, the way things are going right now, one of them fucking Skarsgårds would be Jason.
Oh,
Wouldn't it? That would be exactly what would happen right now.
oh my God.
Pick whichever one you want, but one of them would be.
Jeez. Please, no.
Pedro Pascal.
Oh, God.
God. I hope not.
Have you seen that, Uncle Bill? Preminator's asking about climbing
No.
the field.
No, I haven't, but I've heard a lot of people say the same thing that he's saying, which is that the kills are really, really good.
Okay.
Which I imagined it would kind of be like that, like just a Terrifier kind of
Cool.
rip off.
Right. Speaking of slashers, I know the new Fear Street came out today.
I watched it.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah.
Is it as shitty as people keep saying?
No. Well, yeah. Fuck, man. Like, I don't know why people. I really don't understand. But there's a whole group of people that will never ever give those movies a chance. Maybe just because what they kind of are, or like the idea of them in that way, in that kind of universe where it's very teen driven. People just won't give those movies a fucking. They never will. And I'm not here to try to fucking convince anybody. To be honest, like I enjoy those movies. I thought that one was fine. It wasn't as good to me as like some of the other ones, but it was fine. It's got a zombie poster in it. It's got callbacks to like all kinds of 80s horror films. It's got 80s music, and it's like got gore out the ass. Like at some point, it's just like, what do you expect it to be? Like what would make it better? Like I don't understand.
I don't know. I saw the first Fear Street. It didn't do much for me. So maybe this one's better.
I don't think you'll like this one. Like if you did like that, like
did you see the summer camp one, Rambo?
No, I just saw the first one where they're in the mall. And I mean, who knows? I mean, I like Hard Eyes. I like, maybe I like it.
You might.
It's just there's it. I don't know how to explain it, but like
the first Fear Street, I don't remember much happening in the film, from what I remember. Maybe there's more happening in this.
Well, it's a murder mystery kind of thing. You're trying to figure out like who this serial killer guy is that's picking off all these prom queens, leading up to the crowning of the new prom queen. It's not a giant surprise or anything once you get to the end, but it's just like it's chock full of good death scenes and gore. There's some CG, but there's also some practical stuff. It's like every other thing. It's on fucking Netflix too. So what do you? That's what I'm saying. I don't understand what people fucking want. Like,
because I don't remember that much kills in the first Fear Street. I haven't seen in a while, but this one sounds like there's more.
Yeah, there's much more. This is like a slasher film, basically.
Okay.
Which, to me, it's like a rip off of Prom Night in a way.
It sounds better than Prom Night.
Yeah, it actually in some ways is.
It is.
What was I gonna say? Oh, the first one that you're talking about, like the one from the 90s. They had the one from the 90s, or the one from the 70s, and the one from like the 1600s or something.
The
like
90s is the one I saw.
Yeah. So that one was it's more of like supernatural kind of, I don't know how to explain it, kind of with some gore elements in it and things like that. The 70s one was more of like a Friday the 13th style. This is more like an 80s slasher film that's not Friday the 13th, like I said, like a Prom Night kind of. But I don't know. Cool. I enjoy those type of movies.
Sounds cool to me.
Like I said, I'm not here to convert.
Do it. Fuck them. Convert them.
Because I also like Megan. And also,
a lot of people like Megan. To each their own. Nothing wrong with that. People give you shit, fuck them. Like me, fuck me. Fuck Megan. But yeah, fuck me.
Fuck you, Rambo. Yeah.
Exactly. Fuck me. Fuck you, Marq.
Yeah, me too.
Marq he secretly likes Megan. He just won't bring it up.
God, fucking
this I agree with. Like this, I do think is true. So the 1666 one was bad. Yeah,
that was the worst one. Yeah,
didn't see that.
I really liked the 70s one though. I thought it was a really good callback to like camp slasher.
Cool
movies. Was it 70s or 80s? I can't fucking remember now. I think
It was 70s.
Yeah. Yeah. So I liked it. I saw it. I just finished it before I got on here, as a matter of fact.
Cool.
Are there two of them they're coming out with? I can't remember. Seems like there was like the prom queen one, and did they have another one?
I only remember them talking about this prom one, but because I think they did the other ones like pretty close together.
Yeah,
So
the
it's very
trilogy or the
possible it
last
could
one.
be. Yeah.
Now there was 94, 1978, 1666, and then Prom Queen. They don't have any others here.
Yeah.
Although I guess in January they announced 3 additional movies in development. So I guess it depends how well this does.
I think that a lot of people just are automatic, like, because it's R.L. Stein and shit. They're just like, yeah, this is fucking candy ass stuff or something like that, you know?
Right. Yeah.
It's definitely got a unique kind of look to it.
Cool.
But yeah, I wanted to take time to. I didn't even think about talking about that, but yeah, take time to talk about that movie. Which I think it, like Justin was saying, he liked the 94 and the 78 one. Like, I feel like if you like those, you'll probably like Prom Queen. I did see this. Trent Reznor's putting together in November. It's one day called Future Ruins. Simon and Eddie's Goblin, Danny Elfman, and Carpenter are all on the bill. I think it's in the UK though, isn't it? That I was looking at it, and I was like, I'll fucking go to this, but I think it's in like somewhere in the UK.
It's a badass lineup, but yeah, that'd be cool to go to. Yeah, check it out, Rambo. That's in the UK. That's
in
that's
California.
cool for them, but scratch
Well, it might as well be the fucking UK for me.
Yeah,
probably get
pretty
there
much.
quicker.
Yeah, I don't know about a West
11,
Coast trip.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Dude, Prez talking about prices of 4Ks. I've got so many 4Ks out that I bought months and months ago that I do not know where the fuck. I haven't even gotten any shipping notification. Probably 10 different things, man. That like I'm just so burnt out on trying to buy shit like that. Like I've said, like now the Vinegar Syndrome having a sale, it's like who gives a shit?
Is a lot of that stuff that you bought just like pre-orders because it's limited stuff?
It's just pre-order.
Just,
well,
so you don't forget kind of thing, maybe because there's so much shit coming out.
Some of it is like already out, but unfortunately it's bundled together with other like pre-orders, so I'll just never get it.
Okay.
So it's like pre-orders from TerraVision, which you'll never get it. Fucking who knows when that shit's coming out, or pre-orders from Air or a lot of those different companies that you'll never get that stuff. I did see them live. It was in Cincinnati. In God bless. I want to say that had to be 2013 or 14, somewhere in that time frame.
I haven't caught them, but I will definitely be on the lookout.
It was amazing. The Nathan from Whorehound was there.
Oh, okay.
And a bunch of other people that were like, people you'd only know from like the horror circles were there. And
cool.
it was in a little basement club. They had the screen set up behind them where they would play the movies and shit as they played the music. It was great.
Nice.
I love stuff like that.
That's awesome.
Well, yeah, that's another one I would love to see Fabio Freeze.
That'd be awesome. Like to see it.
I would say there was probably that many people at that goblin thing too, to be honest. There may have been 100 people there. Maybe.
That kind of fill out like the place, or not even.
Yeah,
close?
I mean, it was so small, the place that,
Okay.
like, yeah, it wasn't like it was empty or anything, or
Okay.
looked empty. But yeah, I mean, they would never be able to do that on a bigger level, like a
Mhm.
small bar or something.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, anybody else have anything else they wanted to bring up? I'm fresh out of shit.
No, unless the chat has anything.
Nah, I can't think of any movie news wise stuff. Nah.
Fuck. You guys seen Corey Feldman do the music of the Lost Boys scream? No. Be killer.
I'm not doing that.
No. Just no.
It depends on if those people cancel. Like, I'm not of the mindset I'm not going to try to get VIP tickets or any of that bullshit. I'm just going to wait until, a little bit before to see like how many of those, if those people decide to cancel or not, because I'm not going to go up there. I just have a feeling, because they don't do this stuff often with like rock stars and stuff. And I don't think those guys give a shit about canceling those shows. Like if they've got some other gig or something else coming up. So I want to see like how many of them actually are committed, a couple of weeks, maybe a month before the show, before I decide to go or not.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I just thought about something. Those 4Ks for the TCM movies. You give a shit about those at all? I know you don't, Rambo.
The Arrow video.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. No.
Remake of the prequel.
God, no.
It's so crazy that those are coming out. I just laughed as soon as I saw them. I'm like, wow, who the hell's buying that?
I mean, I like the remake. I do not like the prequel. I don't need them in 4K.
No.
Okay.
If
Christina Ricci was shooting those out of her pussy, I wouldn't get them. I'll put it to you.
Well, I won't get anything shooting out of
Rambo.
I mean, like, I just the image. I'm like, I don't know if I want anything from it. Maybe I have some gloves, utensils.
I just honestly can't think of a movie I would least like to see again. Like I would be hard pressed. Maybe like the Fog remake in 4K. Like a movie that I would just either one of those movies.
God, the
Zero
Fog
interest.
remake, so awful. Well, you bring up that. I mean, what about Oz Perkins possibly doing one for Neon, a TCM movie? I saw something about that.
Oh, please don't let him do that. That'll be the end of his ass if he does that.
Yeah,
that's
that
it.
hot streak will come to a crashing halt.
So do it. Do it.
Yeah, like Rambo wants him to be gone.
Have we not learned anything from all
No.
these TCM movies? Like, there's 9 movies, right? Like the first 3, the one with McConaughey, that's 4.
Yep.
The remake, the prequel, that's 6. Fucking the 3D one, Leatherface, the Netflix one. It's like 9 movies. Come on, like we don't need
a franchise, man. It's a franchise. It's
never
not a
should have
franchise.
been. Yeah,
No.
it never should have been. That's the problem.
You need an even 10, Mark. 10 is an even number. You don't believe in
It'll be like
Osgood
TCMX.
X gonna give it to you, Mark? You don't believe Osgood Perkins can succeed?
I don't give a damn who you get. That movie's not going to succeed. You get like Spielberg coming there. That's going to be a piece of shit.
And yeah, he's like, I got a new take or something. It's like, man, it's a dude with a chainsaw wearing people's skin.
There's no new take.
There's nothing to do with that. Like, just let it die. Like all this other stuff needs to die.
Space.
Speaking of which, what's worse, Hellraiser or Texas Chainsaw Massacre sequels?
Texas Chainsaw sequels to me.
Hellraiser to me. especially that Revelations movie.
You had to bring that up.
Had to.
I did. Yeah, at this point it'd be Texas Chainsaw, I guess, because there's so many of them and they all suck. I mean, at least I can get some enjoyment out of a couple of the Hellraiser sequels.
Yeah, I never revisit anything TCM except the first one. Maybe I'll watch part of the second one, but I don't give a fuck about any of those movies.
Like I said, I liked the remake. I didn't think it was that bad when I saw it in the theater compared to other remakes.
You like Jessica Biel? Is that it?
She's hot. She is beautiful. Sit on my face. But she's beautiful in that. I mean, I can't lie.
Yeah, that's probably the best part of that movie. If there's any like redeeming
nice ass
part of that movie.
Jordana Brewster didn't do it for you in the prequel.
I'll tell you who did. Though,
yeah,
is Diora Baird, or however you pronounce her name. God Almighty!
What didn't do it for me in the prequel was the ending where somehow a 7 foot tall guy with a 5 foot chainsaw snuck into the backseat of a car and sneakily thrust a chainsaw. Because she's driving, but she doesn't know his fat ass with an 8 foot tall chainsaw sneaking up, and
you don't hear him back there creaking around.
And how you move that chainsaw? Like the seat's this big, but the chainsaw is this big.
He's Leatherface. That's what he does. He makes it
hide.
You know the one for me though, man, that I was just like rolling my eyes about was the end of that fucking Netflix one, where they're just driving down the road. He just grabs her out there and fucking. I'm like, this is the dumbest shit I've ever seen. Like
the self-driving car.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
That's an awful movie. That's a terrible film.
Anyway, all those movies suck.
Baloney face or whatever.
Up in this patch of fucking daisies or whatever, sunflowers, just roaming around. Creature from the Black Sunflower Lagoon.
It's such a weird choice because what does sunflowers have to do with, like, don't you want to be like creepy, scary? I don't know if sunflowers really do that.
I think they thought that was it, but it's just such a ridiculous image that you just die laughing about it more than anything else.
Yeah.
Him just popping up like a gopher and fucking sunflowers.
I thought I was just going to have that song like So Happy Together or something. So happy together. Fucking is yeah. I agree. They don't need to make any more of those movies, but they won't learn. They never learn.
No. Okay. So it's 2 hours, 30 minutes in. Let's call it for tonight though. Rambo, what do you got going on?
Long story short, a lot of requests thanks to people out there. So a smattering of requests from random. So looking at my list here, this Casablanca, first time seeing it, liked it. Some iconic stuff in that. Someone did a fan cut of Rocky 5 they wanted me to check out, so I checked that out. There will be a review of that sometime. Some comic book reviews, some random reviews, Hard Eyes, which I did like, and many others. Also, this Sunday, 7 p.m. Central, I'll be doing a birthday stream just because, and there's a lot more to come. So, thanks to people out there. So, how about you, Marq?
Yeah, being that I've got the long 3-day weekend, I figure like I gotta get off my ass and actually get something uploaded. So I'm just gonna pull something off the shelf and do a video. I don't know what it'll be though. So look for it over the weekend.
So I was gonna bring this up too. Like there is gonna be some time here where I'm not gonna be doing this show. I'm gonna be gone next weekend, then the weekend after that, I'm going to be gone to Living Dead weekend, or Friday after that, I'm going to Living Dead weekend.
Oh, yeah.
And then, so I'm not sure exactly when, but I mean, I'll try to keep everybody updated about when the next one of these will be, but it'll be a while before I can do another one. I'll say that.
Okay.
But yeah. What the fuck? No, as far as I know, Marq does not own an HVAC repair company. What?
That's such a random. Where'd that come from?
I just thought that was cute. Okay. It ain't lame as hell though, because like I'm going to be like gone to different kind of like I'll be on vacation and conventions, and it's going to be a good time.
Have fun. Good luck
Yeah,
with that.
have a good time. Stay safe, man.
Speaking of which, I should bring up. I think I'm going to be able to be on Alpha's show. It's tomorrow, Alpha. I don't think he's still in here anymore, but it's either tomorrow or next Saturday. I think it might be tomorrow. It's like a show about the Living Dead weekend and all that.
Oh,
too.
okay.
So
Cool.
I think I'm going to be on that at 10. It's either 10 tomorrow or 10 next Saturday. I think it's tomorrow.
Very cool.
Well, you lucky son of a bitch, you.
Anthony, what's up, man?
Scott back from Metallica, tremendous. This dude, like, I just need to bring you on here, or we need to get you on the show just to talk about your experiences with being like the handler for a lot of these celebrities. He's got a picture like John Cusack. He was just like with him and everything. There's got to be some stories of this shit, man. Like there has. To. But anyway, I guess we will return triumphantly soon. But until then, just always remember that everybody dies, but Friday night lives. See y'all.
I want all these people to click everything they're supposed to click.
You haven't been liking them, you haven't been subscribing to them, you haven't clicked the bell or notification or anything like that.
Folks, why don't you click the like button?
Do you hate us? Do you not want to see us succeed?
Why don't you click the heart button?
Is this something that you have against our particular show?
Why don't you subscribe?
You should click on one of them buttons right now if you want us to continue to bring greatness into your life.
There's all kinds of wonderful shirts over at shop.deadpit.com. Simply the best horror shirts. On TeePublic, there are others, but they all suck. You can get some Dead Pit radio shirts. You can get Last Out on the Left. The Hills Have Eyes. Texas Chainsaw. Oh, wait, you can't say Texas Chainsaw. All kinds of shirts, folks. You're gonna love them. Shop.deadpit.com.
Special thanks goes out to our supporters on Patreon. You know what kind of stuff you can get on Patreon, Uncle Bill, starting at only $1 a month?
What's that?
Access to every Dead Pit show since 2005. We got almost 200 fan commentaries that we've done over the decades.
Here's what other fucking Patreons do. They're like, hey, give us money and then we'll let you see a video early that we're going to release like a fucking week from now, and then that's all we're going to give you. Meanwhile, we have a literal jukebox full of songs, thousands of reviews. I don't even know how many shows are up on there now that we've done over the years.
Hundreds of thousands.
You need to figure this out now and subscribe to us on Patreon and YouTube and Instagram and help us to 1 million. The road to 1 million subscribers starts today.
So Dead Pit on Patreon.com. Join today. Tiers start at only $1, but I'd recommend at least the $10 tier.